So clearly I've got some learning here to do. So I thought I would be able to share my screen partway through the live recording, which apparently isn't possible. So I'm going to have to work out a tool to do this, because if I flick back over to Facebook now, you're going to get sort of a rolling screen image, which is pretty painful. So the idea is I want to be able to talk you through some of the productivity hacks and tools that I use in my business and I've seen in other people's businesses, so you can get an idea of how to maximize your time and your efficiency throughout a day. So over the coming weeks and months, I'm going to look to put together a few Facebook Live videos, clearly work out how to do a better screen share than this, and come to you with some different tips and tools, and hopefully help you guys get more out of your day. So the first one that I wanted to talk through today is one I use within Gmail. So I found that about 50% of people are using Gmail, the other half are using Outlook. So I'll try and find some tips and tools around Outlook, but I personally use Gmail myself. So one of the things I wanted to provide is one of the things I use a lot in Gmail is called canned responses. And what canned responses is when you have a common email that you send out on a regular basis, or there's a common theme or common structure to the email that you're sending, it helps to have that information preset so that you're not having to retype stuff every single time. So this is an example one that we might send out quite often. It's basically for people to book in a script call with us. So what you can essentially do is when you come into your Gmail, go into your settings, and then what you want to do is go into labs, and second one from the top or somewhere around the top, you'll see one called canned responses. Now, if you click on enable for that, here's the joy of Facebook Live. Someone's starting to do some building work around us. Let me just try and move back inside. Sorry guys, this is a bit of a schmozzle for our first Facebook Live, but I will improve as we go forward. So hopefully you can still hear me and get some value out of this. So once you've enabled the canned responses, what that will allow you to do, let me just see if it's actually put it on here yet. Okay, 1 second. So click on Save Changes. What that then does is it enables canned responses on the inbox that you're working on. So you do have to do this for each individual inbox that you want it to apply to. So let's say you've got an email that you send on a regular basis. So this is sort of just an example template here. Click on the down arrow next to the discard function, and you'll then see an option here called canned responses. Now, what you can do is click on new canned response. The response name, or the canned response name here, is what comes up as the actual title for the email. So it's important to make sure that that matches up the same, because it will carry forward there. Once you click OK, that's now saved as a canned response. So if I was either responding to an email or creating a new email, let's say, come in here and go to compose, click on your down arrow again, go to your canned responses, and then click on insert. And that's then going to pre-populate the email that you've actually saved there. So you can save, this is an email I've just actually implemented now on this email inbox, but you can actually save a number of different canned responses here. So there's many that you could put in there, from just basic inquiry responses through to things that happen on a weekly basis, like meeting reminders, or anything in between. So I use them for any email that I have that I seem to do on a recurring basis. It's just good to have it as a structure there. And once you've got it there, you can use it as often as you need to. So that's really it for canned responses. Very, very easy to put in place. Like I say, just going into your settings and then choosing canned responses under the labs. So under the labs, canned responses, and clicking enable. When you come back into general, clicking on save changes, and then you're away. You could start using canned responses. I hope that was something you didn't already know about. If you did, love to sort of hear what you think about canned responses and how you use it in your business. And for those of you that haven't used it before and are using Gmail, canned responses can be an absolute time saver. So thanks for tuning in for this productivity hacks. I'm going to try and improve this screen share because it is an absolute nightmare. And I'll try and see if we can make it better next time around.